everybody, it is Rocco, your boy, coming at you again with another Age of Sigmar video. In this video, we're going back into Tabletop Simulator to talk about Spearhead. That's right, Spearhead, the Games Workshop. I'm keeping that in there. I don't care. I'm not editing that out. I'm human, alright? The Games Workshop game mode for Age of Sigmar, geared at getting newer players involved. You get the starter box. They're all allegedly balanced against each other, which in my experience so far, playing in a Spearhead League, yeah, they kind of are. And you can go and play, right? That's the whole thing. It's fresh out the box. You get the board, you get the cards, the models, you get the idea. And the rules are all in the app, so that's nice. But what if I want to play this online with my friends in Australia, you know? There is a way to do that. So first off, hop into our friend Tabletop Simulator to go into Create. I'm going to go join the multiplayer mode. I will now have to change my server name and password, but hey, it's the sacrifices I do for you, our dear viewers. Create a server. I'm going to pretend I don't have this right here. I'm like, oh, how do I get the mod to go and do this? You go to the workshop. You go to Browse. It pulls up the Steam community thing. You go into the Search Tabletop Simulator thing. You go for Spearhead. Boom! Lead your Spearhead to victory. You go click this. Because normally it's a plus sign, but I already have it. And there's a few in here too. I like Saturn Boys. I'm a little biased. I'm actually mod with them in a Flesh Eater Courts Discord, know them from other things, so I like doing the stuff. And you go in here, click it. And the other thing I really like this mod for a lot of reasons. One, it takes the Inox table, keeps the good dice rollers you have, then adds in all the stuff you need if you didn't want to hunt down all the individual mods for everything. So we've got your battle tactic cards. We've got your Gyran and actually twist. You can pull the card out of the deck, hit F to flip it over, and go and get your thing. You got your board here. You can have state 1 for Gyran, state 2 for Actually. Right click so it's highlighted, go to hover over state and pick your number. Right? You've seen my videos on how to play Age of Sigmar on Tabletop Simulator. This is a bit more of that. We've got the scoreboard everyone's used to. Really cool, we have the Spearhead rules on how to frickin' play the game, which I always mess up what the attacker and defender does. And it's really cool because it has the terrain rules here as well, which is very freaking helpful. We've got the classic Inox dice roller. Boom. Let's say I was hitting on 4s and 4s here, because that's what a lot of profiles are. Now that just shows you how fair the dice are, unfortunately. We've got all the tokens you need. Count faction points. You got your cards here. How you do this, you can right click and shuffle the deck up, and then you draw your 3 cards, right? It goes right here. Also, Tabletop Simulator is great for card games, especially Magic the Gathering, if you didn't know. Like, Rocco, how do I see my cards? Well, I hold the left Alt button while I hover over the card, and it tells me what I need. It pops it right up in big, beautiful letters, which is fantastic. You're like, all right, cool. I got my cards, got my deck. Here, how do I do deployment zones? You go to here, it says deployment. We got all this beautiful right here. Hover, pick the different states. There you go. That's diagonal. Rocco, I need terrain to play. I need 2 large pieces, 2 small pieces. Boom! Right here. Just pull it right out of the bag, or you could right click, go to search, and look, there's the towers that go with it. Several sets of terrain. We need to close that out. Alright, Rocco, this is looking promising. I'll put that there. But now, I need my army, dude. You said I didn't have to go over to the different mods because they're right here. Every current Spearhead, with a few things missing because they're not assets yet on Tabletop Simulator. You can go and pull models out of the bag one by one, or you could right click, go to search, and actually get all your stuff. Or you could be like me when the one time you do it and you get everything done, you can go and save it. That's right, got my Cities of Sigmar Spearhead here. I'm not done being a Cities player, dang it. Though on the Always Strikes Last podcast that I have been promoted to co-host on, I am going to be playing Tzeentch for a bit in main AOS. But in order to save your army up here, you highlight it all, right-click it, hover over Saved Object, click Saved Object, you pick the folder you want it in, you name it, and boom. You get it again, you go to the Saved Objects file by clicking Objects up top, Saved Object, pick your folder, I've got too much stuff, and you're on your way. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, so we got our rules, we got our cards, which are really cool. Also, you can hover it here, your opponent can't see them like this, which is really nice. You've got everything you need, except an opponent. And I would right-click and lock the terrain in place so you don't accidentally grab it, because then it can go off like that if you're not careful. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Boom. And the opponent's on you. There are a lot of different communities that have Age of Sigmar games that I've been promoting for years at this point. You can go search on Discord. I think there's even like a list over here somewhere that has them. And with that, the world is your oyster, you know? There is a voice chat on this. I would still recommend using voice through like a Discord. Personally, it's where I get all my games. So we just pop into voice there and then, you know, get into the server and have a good time. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, as you might hear my dog getting antsy in the background. Easy, bud. Be nice. Roll some dice. I gotta go. Talk to you next time. Bye.